Hello and welcome to this edition of Piedmont Business Live. I'm your host, Ken Morrison, and today we're talking to Mike Farlow, who is the president of ComTech. Mike, thanks for being with us.
Glad to be here.
Well, tell me, when did ComTech open for business?
We actually got started serving the retail business back in 1990, so we're actually in our 25th year, which is a long time for a computer company.
That is a long time. So a lot has changed since 1990. How do you stay relevant?
That's true. As I mentioned, we did start serving mainly the retail side of things, building home machines for enthusiasts, and we migrated over into doing networking, providing networking infrastructure, servers, workstations, and that expanded into doing management, email, pretty much anything that a small business might need to operate.
So tell me about the types of products that you offer to clients.
Well, we have a wide variety of products. We are authorized dealers for HP, for Lenovo, and for Dell, as well as a lot of others. Intel, Microsoft, we carry a lot of different certifications. So we can get just about anything that a small business owner might need to run his business. About the only thing we don't do is copiers.
Well, speaking of small business now, you know, small business is such a key part of our economy. So tell me, what kinds of things can you do to help small businesses?
Well, one of the big things that that is usually a trouble spot for small businesses are things like backup. There are a lot of businesses out there that are running with little or no backup, and in this age of viruses, if you've ever heard of crypto wall or crypto locker, it can literally gobble up your data in an instant, and if you don't have a good backup strategy, you're in trouble, in a lot of trouble. So those are some services that we offer to take that burden off the business owner or off the office manager. If you know that your systems are being monitored, you know your backup's working, you know your antivirus is working, you know your systems are patched for security updates, service packs, and so forth, you can get on with your own business. You don't have to worry about the computers. That's our job. We take care of all of that, and we recognize that small businesses work on a budget. I'm a small business myself, so we have different packages with different levels of support to fit any budget.
And speaking of backup, anybody who's ever lost an important file knows that sinking feeling of dread. I know a lot of businesses and a lot of people think, well, if I've got an external hard drive and I just simply transfer a copy of my files to there, I should be fine forever.
Right.
What would you respond to that?
Well, in certain instances, you'd be right, but the crypto locker has shown us, that's one in particular, has shown us otherwise. Crypto locker, it even made the NSA's website as being such a terrible threat. We saw several businesses that got hit by it, and it will actually encrypt any files that it can get to. So if you have an external drive attached, imagine what? The virus can get to that drive, and then your backups and your original files are encrypted. So it creates problems. Fortunately, our backup systems work in a different manner. They have automatic off-site transfers, so there is no direct connection between the machine and the backup files. So there's no way that a virus like that can encrypt it and create a problem.
Tell me, who is your ideal client?
Typically, when I mention small business, we have customers that have well over 100 employees, but I would say the main area of our business is with clients that are around 15 users, 15 to 50 really. Those are the folks that generally don't have an IT department. They don't need an IT department, but they do have IT needs. And that's where it makes sense to bring in a firm like ComTech to do the management, do the monitoring, offer advice, etc. We can be your IT department, and it's only a tiny, tiny fraction of what it would be of having to pay someone to be there full time. But yet you get the use of our entire staff versus hiring somebody dedicated to do the job.
Well, when we think of IT, most of us think of computers. Do you offer other types of services that are connected to IT?
Absolutely. We are also affiliated with Time Warner, AT&T, and other internet providers in the area. So if a client is looking to make a change, they need faster service, we can offer advice and even manage the installation so they don't have to worry about that. Our whole focus is really to take the IT world off of your shoulders, off of the small business owner's shoulders, so you can get back to work doing something productive and we can handle the rest of it. Some other things that we do are professional email. We don't do any web hosting, but we can refer that out. We know some excellent local folks that do. Cabling. We also have a new product or new service that we're getting back into. We used to do it for a while, but we're back into doing phone systems. I have some examples sitting here in front of us. These we're extremely excited about because there are a lot of aging phone systems out there, and voice over IP is now becoming the mainstream, and that involves networking, and networking is our expertise. So it's a natural extension of what we already do. The beauty of these phones is they have no phone system per se. Everything is in the cloud. So literally I could take one of these phones home, plug it in, and it'll work just like it is sitting here in my office. I can still intercom, I can still make business calls, and no one would ever know that this phone is not sitting at my office. It's very impressive, and there's no phone line. So you can do the math. Without the phone line, your cost, it's almost virtually paid for already. It's just moving the money from one location to another, and a lot of times it can be less expensive than paying for the phone line.
A lot of people, I would assume, are reluctant in their minds to make a change from what they've always known, which is that traditional phone line. So what could you say to ease their mind about switching to voice over IP?
That's a very good point, because if the internet's down, you're right, this phone's not going to ring. And the internet does go out from time to time. The good thing about these is it does have failover in the system as well. So if this phone cannot be detected on the network or on the internet, you can set up a rule in there so it'll automatically go to an auto attendant, automatically go to a voicemail, automatically go to your cell phone. So if you convert that over to normal business phones, what happens if you lose your phone lines or your power goes out? Well, then you're just dead in the water. You get no calls, they just get a fast busy and it's over. With this, you have the redundancy. It can flow anywhere you want it to flow. We could have an ice storm and your office can be without power for 2 weeks. Your phone calls are still going to go through.
How about that? Now, a minute ago you mentioned about the cloud. To a lot of people, that's another one of those unknown things. Mm-hmm. Tell me about the cloud and how that is effective for small business.
That is still an evolving thing. The cloud is nothing to be afraid of. The cloud is nothing more than the internet. That's all it is. It just means that where your data or your services used to be sitting here in your office, now it's sitting out on the internet. The phones are a good example. Email is one that we do quite a bit with. We're a big proponent of Office 365 from Microsoft, and we've converted nearly 3,000 clients in the last few years over to it from traditional email. It's all in the cloud, it's all backed up, it's all redundant, it has all the same enterprise features that folks like Coca-Cola and GE use. They actually use 365 as well. But small businesses can take advantage of all that power and all those features and it is extremely affordable. There's no reason to stick with the old style traditional POP email that is prone to data loss. You can't sync it up across multiple devices. There's just all kinds of problems. That's 15, 20-year-old email solutions. This is the future. This is the way things are meant to be. Your email on your phone should be the exact same as on your iPad, as on your computer, as on your home laptop. Everything should be synced together, and that's what we're able to help a business accomplish.
That's what I'm used to now, is having it all the same everywhere. And once you get used to that, you realize you can't go to anything else.
That's true, and it's not just email. There's also calendar, your contacts, and there's other features with 365 that are fantastic. You've got instant messaging, you've got voice and video conferencing. There's just a wealth of features that are out there.
Tell me, Mike, what sets ComTech apart from its competitors? There are many companies that handle IT. Mm-hmm. What makes ComTech different?
The biggest thing I would say is our longevity is number one that comes to mind. A lot of companies are brand new on the block, and frankly, they haven't been around, they haven't seen enough. We deal with everything from manufacturing to medical to, I mean, you name it. We've got clients in that industry. So every day we see different ways to make things work, different ways to create a solution, and that's what we're all about. We're not here to sell product, we're here to make a solution for our clients. The other big thing is our staff. That I can't say enough about them. We've got a good sized staff. We're not a huge company. There's only 9 of us at the moment, but several of our staff have been here 7 years or more, and the ability to service the customer, especially in an emergency, is key when you have enough staff to do it. A lot of the IT companies around are 1- and 2-man shops, and that's a problem. That fella might want to go on vacation someday. He might be sick. He might be on another job when you have an emergency. We get a lot of new business because of clients that have just gotten fed up with the 1- and 2-man shops. They may be doing a great job, but they're not available, and that's what we are.
Now, I understand that you have a special offer that you want to offer to our viewers.
Yes, if any of the things that we just talked about are attractive to you or you'd like to find out more about, we're offering a free network analysis. We'll come in, we'll evaluate your network, we'll take a look. If you want to look at phone systems, we can look at security, we can look at antivirus, email flow, everything. We're going to do a full analysis at no charge and make recommendations. So that way, even if you don't do something right now, at least you'll know what is available. There's so much great technology out there right now, and a lot of people don't know about it. Now's the chance to get educated and find out where you can go from here.
Excellent. Well, if you'd like to know more about ComTech and the services they have to offer, including this special offer that Mike has just described to us, then you can visit ComTech on the web. You can simply go to the website that's at the bottom of this page, and it'll also be at the end of this video. Mike, thanks for being with us, and we thank you for tuning in to Piedmont Business Live. We'll see you next time.